Hello, people. This is Terraria time. And today, hopefully, I will actually finally defeat the Eye of Cthulhu. You know, just 3 streams in. Seems like a normal amount of time. If I can even remember what I was doing last time to prepare myself for that. I think I had just gotten the ability to fight the Goblin Army because I finally looked up why it wasn't triggering and I forgot to break a demon orb, apparently. That is what those are called, right? Those demon orbs? I don't remember. I forgot already. So apparently I have a whole bunch of random stuff in my inventory from last time that I never put away. I would have figured I would have at least put stuff away before I did anything. Do I have that rotating me? Hold on, if I clear this... No, I don't. Okay. So I need to fix that. There we go. Because the free 5 defense from this thing really is just really good on any class. Because you can even get a free 10 defense. Oh, it's only 4 defense per? Still. A free 4 defense and then 8 defense after Skeletron for any class is really nice. I would recommend to people that play Calamity, if you don't already, to start using the Brittle Star Staff, even if you're not playing Summoner. What do I... Hold on, I need to bring up the wiki again. I keep forgetting to have the wiki already open when I start stream, so that I can look at what I still want. Did I close the wiki completely last time? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, hold on. I need to bring it back up. Usually I have it open in a separate tab and just don't have the tab open, but today I forgot to have it open entirely. Okay, here we are. What all did I still want that doesn't require... Well, that I can easily get without having to, A, kill a boss, or B, fight the Goblin Army. And it would appear that the answer to that is, nothing. So I should probably work on expanding my arena so that I can more easily fight Eye of Cthulhu while I wait for Goblin Army, and then if I don't manage to successfully beat Eye of Cthulhu tonight, I should search the edges of the world for goblins. Do I even have... I don't even have enough lenses to make a summon. Do I have an eye already? Perhaps? Maybe? No? Okay. Well... Maybe I'm not fighting the eye tonight, unless the game decides to give me a free eye. Do I have any platforms sitting in here that I just haven't used from earlier? No. Okay. Do I have the resources to make platforms with resources that I don't need? Yes. Let's go with frozen platforms. I feel like that's a resource that I need the least, that I can make platforms out of. Oh, because I needed a lava bucket at some point, so I can make lava recipes. Okay, yeah. I forgot that I had grabbed an extra bucket for that. This arena is gonna look so atrocious for a while, but I think for once, I'm gonna, like, actually make my arena look good later in the game. I'm really hoping that just a bigger arena and some more health will be enough to help me defeat the Eye of Cthulhu, provided that it does actually show up tonight, because it is... Yeah, no, it's 100% 8 lenses in order to make the summoning item. Dang, 190 for a crit? That's nice, okay. Oop. I always forget that the speed of things works a little bit differently in Calamity, so I'm used to dealing with the movement of vanilla for some reason, despite the fact that I think I've potentially played more Calamity than I have vanilla at this point. good spacing. Hello! Welcome back. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention at the start of the stream is, in case you didn't see my Discord announcement, or you're not in my Discord, I have access to channel points and stuff now. Which is really fun. And yo, I actually got an eye spawn! Okay, that's actually nice. If you have any ideas for what I should put in for things you can redeem for points, I'm open to suggestions. Plus, I apparently do have access to emotes, which I didn't think I did quite yet, but I'm also open to suggestions for that. Though I already have some ideas, I think it's enough to fill all the currently available slots to me, but it would still be nice to have some suggestions for when I hopefully get more slots in the future. Or maybe I'll like them enough to just use it over my current idea. Damn, this weapon's freaking good! I really should have progression skipped and made this earlier. I do not avoid progression skipping this early in the game. I quite frequently make jungle weapons early. Man, this thing's effective. I don't think I got even close to this much damage the last time I fought the Eye. Then again, I suppose getting the jungle resources would have been a lot more challenging prior to when I actually... Why did I just, like, pretty much run directly into that? What am I doing? So yeah, I don't know that the gear I could have gotten before defeating Desert Scourge would have been very effective at getting jungle scores and such. Damn, I am not aiming very good today. When with this weapon I very much need to actually aim. Youch! Yeah. This is one thing that Stealth Rogue does struggle with, is swarms of enemies. Which, unfortunately, the Eye very much does do. Okay. As long as I'm lucky enough for it to not summon more swarms of enemies, which is a thing it very much can decide to do, I think I'll be okay. Oh, I actually predicted where it was gonna end up. That is awesome. Please stop. I keep missing! I might be cooked because of that. No! The projectile fell too early. No! I keep missing! And then I actually hit something, but it wasn't the intended target. Oh, but because of the homing projectiles that it does create on contact, I still got damage. Damn it. Come on, I need like one hit. Because the damage over time might just get it. Oh, I need one more? There we are, okay. Huge. Okay, that got a lot closer than it should have. I should not have gotten down to, what was that, like a quarter health there? What did I ever do with my Desert Scourge? trophy, because I like to line my arenas with my trophies. I must have put it in my storage or something. I hope I didn't sell it. Because, I mean, I can just kill another Desert Scourge, but I don't really want to have to kill another Desert Scourge. Wouldn't be the most ideal thing in the world. You know, I could just teleport back. Why am I not doing that? Yeah, Demonite and such can just go in here for now. This can definitely stay in my inventory. This is one of the things from Alchemist NPC Lite that I will be using, because as much as I will go through the effort of setting up farming for once, well, it does increase the duration of potions. I don't know. I'll hold on to it for now. We'll see. Having a reduced chance of using them is kind of nice, though. So that I don't have to make 1 quintillion potions every 20 minutes. Because I do go through potions a lot, because I am a little silly sometimes. What did I do with my... Oh, wait, that's the wrong interface to check. Wait, are they called trophies? No, they're relics. Oh yeah, I also have the giant clam relics. Which I should honestly sell all the relics that I'm not using. There's no reason to keep them in storage, and they're worth a decent bit of money. Because, yeah, nearly 1 gold per Desert Scourge trophy is pretty solid. Considering how hard it is to get it, which is not very hard at all. Oh, yeah, there's the Dryad, so I can get my pots or whatever. What are they called? Hold on. They're not called pots, I know that. They're called planter boxes. Why do I only have blink root planter boxes? I could have sworn maybe more planter boxes unlock as you play? It's probably that. I didn't set up farming, and I don't usually set up farming until very late, if at all. Well, very late into pre-hard mode, if at all. I am gonna plant some pumpkins, because there's a weapon that requires... Wait, does it require pumpkins or just pumpkin seeds? Okay, it requires both. I need to set aside 5 pumpkin seeds, and then I need to plant some pumpkins. Pumpkins will be good for pumpkin pie anyways, which is my go-to food, because it's medium... Actually, is it only... It might only be minor increase now that I'm thinking about it. But it's good. It's still decent, like pretty decent food early game because of how easy it is to just get a lot of it. It has a space over here to plant them. Oh, okay, I have some saplings over here. That's why they weren't planting in some spots. It's interesting that it can highlight slots that it cannot possibly plant a pumpkin. Okay, that's plenty of pumpkins. I bought more pumpkin seeds than I realistically need. So I can put the rest of them in here, because I'll need them later. I will... Where do I want to put my planter boxes? I just put my planter boxes... Well, because I want to reconstruct what I have over spawn right now. Well, not right now. Like, yeah, I want to, like... What I currently have over spawn, I want to reconstruct into something decent looking at some point. And then I'll probably get rid of this box that I made over here just to try and get the forest pylon, even though I think it's bugged and I have to actually buy the forest pylon from someone over here. Oh! Hello, Toxic Downpour. This is something that I actually need to do. I was not ready for this. I honestly forgot about it as well. Can you stop? You are rather annoying. But then again, this is one of the few enemies that actually spawns in tier 1. Are these actually... Yeah, I think those are technically actually enemies, so I guess I could go down there and grab those guys as well. Do I have a flipper potion? I do not have a flavor potion. I might be farming fish. No! Okay, we're good. Oh, yeah, then there's these frogs. Okay, never mind. We're okay. I can deal with those guys as well. Because I need scales for an armor set. And, wow, I'm up to 5 viewers? Damn. Today's a good day. The last time I got viewers this quick was when I played Ultra Kill a little while ago. I don't remember when exactly. I need to stop looking away so much while I'm actively being attacked. Because I keep checking to see if anyone said something in chat since 2 seconds ago, because I just barely can't... Well, actually, I can technically see chat a little bit, but I can't actually read it while looking at the game. But realistically, I could probably check it less often while I'm actually fighting things. Do these frogs... Okay, no, the frogs do drop scales, just not as frequently as the fish. Okay. Oh, and I one-shot the fish with stealth tricks. Okay, we're chilling then. I don't realistically need that battle potion in my hotbar anymore either, do I? I honestly kind of forgot that I made them last time to try and deal with the... Wow. The frogs just keep spawning. But, yeah, I remember now that I made the battle potions last time to deal with the giant clam spawns, because I needed to kill a whole bunch of them to get something that I'm not even using because I don't like the weapon. Well, actually, I guess no, it wasn't the weapon I was after, it was the accessory with which I don't have the slots for right now. That'll hopefully be... I keep forgetting to actually double jump out of the grapple. But yeah, hopefully I'll have the slots whenever a goblin army actually shows up so I can combine some stuff. Because, like, right now I am using Horseshoe and Blizzard in a Bottle, which I can merge into one thing since I have the balloon as well. Once Goblin Army shows up so I can actually combine them. Which will hopefully happen today. Also, I beat Eye of Cthulhu within the first 15 minutes, so, I don't know if the title's necessarily so relevant anymore. We might be switching that to Surely We Kill Crabulon today. Because both of those were potential targets last time I was playing, and I got neither of them. I was a little overambitious for my point in the game. Because Desert Scourge is kind of laughably easy sometimes, and so I kind of overestimated my abilities. How many scales do I have? Okay, I have with the... Oh, that's a singular additional scales. That's 48 scales. I should probably just finish Acid Rain anyways, honestly, and then just hope that whatever skills I have is enough. Because I think you need to... You're sorry? 4? Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I like to just listen to streams myself most of the time. I don't interact with chats that I'm in that much, so I don't really expect interaction. As soon as you hear it, you begin being productive. I am glad that I can help you be productive. Yeah, you don't have to be consistently active in chat. It's perfectly okay. There's no need to apologize for that. Ouch, ouch. No. Please, stop with the fish. Stop with the fish, please! Okay. Gotta throw hearts and compliments, though. Well, thank you. It really does mean a lot. I also like knowing that I am actually, being productive, I guess? I don't really know what word to use here. Oh. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. You know, something about that username seems a little familiar. Yes, the follow username. I'm pretty sure I know the person. However, I have in the past received a chat interaction or a follow from someone that I thought I knew who they were, and I was wrong. They just happened to have basically the exact same username. It was a little funny. Okay. That's fair. I clearly must be confused. It happens. Friggin' fish! Stop! Small flying enemies, I feel like, are going to be a huge problem early on as a rogue. This is, truly gonna be something. Truly rodent girl epidemic these days. I mean, I suppose more recently I have seen more rodent-related names than I used to. Not on Twitch necessarily, but in general. Bro! Okay, at least the fish are largely just spawning one at a time, but still, they are annoying. As I say that, 3 spawn at the same time. Okay, I almost killed all of them with one knife, though, so that's chill. Dang, it exploded. Oh, the eels do spawn in Tier 1 Acid Rain. I did not think they did. Well, I'm actually not sure if they're necessarily eels, but that's the closest thing to remind me of to an actual creature. So I'm just gonna call them eels. The guys with the glowy green bodies, I'm gonna assume they're eels, but I don't think I've ever actually checked the name of them. Phew. Acid Rain is done, and I'm gonna hope I have enough scales to make my armor. And I'm gonna sell all these caustic croaker stabs, because apparently I got a lot. And I'm actually gonna set up farming. Yeah, the sulfurous armor, whatever it's called. Why can I only make the helmet? Am I... Oh, I don't have... Oh, yeah, I don't have a lot of sulfur wood. Does the things I planted out here grow? Yeah, it did. Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, now that I've beaten the acid rain for the first time, I can get more scales by shaking trees. I highly doubt that I need more scales, but I can get more scales. Today really is looking to be a much more productive day than yesterday. Because things are actually happening, because I remembered to break a shadow orb at the end of last stream. Did I say yesterday? I meant last stream if I said yesterday, because it definitely was not yesterday. Alright, hopefully that is enough wood. Yeah, that's gotta be enough wood. There's no way that's not enough wood. And I don't know if I have that book or not yet, so I am going to keep it. And then I make the armor, which for some reason in this mod is occasionally ordered in the Magic Storage chestplate helmet leggings, which I feel like is a weird order, but I don't know. Oh, the sand cloud is active. Wait, there's a set. I didn't even realize that there was a this activated set bonus for this. What does this actually do? While Sand Cloud is active, gain increased mobility and heavily reduced defense. Using a rogue weapon instantly dispels the Sand Cloak, but guarantees a super crit for 200% damage. Super crit applies only as long as the resulting hit wouldn't exceed 200 damage. Landing the killing blow on an enemy with this shot shortens the ability's cooldown to 2 seconds. You know, that would have been really, really nice. Oh, because it also instantly fills your stealth. I think, maybe. Maybe this is my stealth ability full, never mind. It just... I don't feel like my stealth bar was full originally. I don't know. Either way, that is really, really... Well, it would have been really, really good, because I don't see myself using it now that I have a new armor set. What is this set bonus? Yep, more max stealth than the previous. Attacking and being attacked by enemies inflicts poison for 1 second, grants an additional jump that summons a sulfurous bubble. Reduces the severity of sulfuric waters. Neat. So I have... Cool. A double jump, or I guess a triple jump already is very, very nice. I was not expecting that. Because I don't think there's a lot of armor sets that do that, and usually unless you sacrifice multiple accessory slots, you don't get triple jump or higher until after the second World Evil. I should look into making upgrades for my storage system. Because I noticeably don't have a lot of space left. And then I should also do what I was going to do before I got distracted 15 times. No, first I'm going to get distracted again. And I'm going to make the pumpkin weapon I was talking about earlier. And then I'm going to do what I was going to do before I got distracted like 15 times and go place my relics. Harvest Staff. Did they add a whole bunch of pumpkin weapons or something? Because I don't remember Harvest Staff existing before. But I haven't played since... Okay, I haven't started a new run since Brainstorm. Brainstorm came out towards the end of my Infernum run, which required me to kind of just figure out what works and what doesn't, because the wiki hadn't been updated at that time. So I couldn't look at the weapons that it suggests and then decide which one I like best. Oh, yeah, it's Pump. Pump-kaboom. What am I missing? Why can I not make Pump-kaboom? I am missing grenades. Okay, that can be fixed. Hello. I request 15 grenades. I forgot that I can actually just check recipes in-game rather than having to check the wiki, so if I know what I'm making, I can just look it up. And then with the rest of my pumpkins, actually I should harvest the rest of the pumpkins out here. Well, the ones that are ready for harvest anyways, and then turn all of those into pumpkin pie. And put away this battle potion and this gravitation potion before I start pressing my buff button and using stuff I don't want to. Because I have done that a lot. Oh, pumpkin pies? Oh, I didn't put the rest of my pumpkins in. Okay, I was confused why I couldn't make more than one pumpkin pie, because I could have sworn pumpkins dropped more than, typically more, well, in the realm of at least 10 pumpkins per pumpkin. And so I couldn't really think of why I could only make one pumpkin with all of those pumpkins. Or one pumpkin pie with all those pumpkins. That is a really high base damage. Oh, okay. It also throws very slowly. Stealth strikes throw larger pumpkins, which will pull enemies in before releasing a... Ooh. That sounds like a very good crowd clear. I don't know why, but that explosion was... I wasn't quite expecting something like that. That is a really big explosion. Shoot, I actually don't know. Because I want to put Shield of Cthulhu in. Because I Okay, so at the start of my Infernum run, I despised, with almost every fiber of my being, ram dashes. But after finally getting through Devourer of Gods, I came to appreciate them. And so now I acknowledge the fact that even if you aren't using ram dashes as dashes, the longer dash range is still very nice. Well, the ability to, like, actually dash at all, really, because you don't notice dashes if you don't have a ram dash most of the time. Minus a couple other specific dashes. Wow. Over 100 damage stealth strike without critting. Huh. What am I doing? Going to the edge of the map, maybe? I could. Do I know where Mushroom Biome is? I do know where Mushroom Biome is. I might just go give Crabulon an attempt. If I can remember how to summon Crabulon. Oh, wait. No, yeah, that's why I went over there. I was going to place my relics, but I keep getting distracted. Yeah, I'm going to give Crabulon an attempt. I just need to remember how to summon Crabulon. And then go from there. I honestly wonder how good the Pumpkaboom might be against Devourer. Just out of the fact that it does have quite a lot of segments and a rather large explosion radius. I do like that a lot of the weapons at this stage in the game I'm going, you know, the next major boss, this looks like it'd be really good for that boss. Which I don't always do. Sometimes weapons at their stage in the game just aren't very good. Including in Terraria. I've noticed it a lot. Why did I just try and use the pylon network? And then also before I go down to check for Crabulon, I'm gonna just place these where I was gonna place them before second guessing, and then I can just move them later. It'll also be nice to be able to just buy platforms now rather than having to use my resources to craft them. I have seen people use planter boxes for that very purpose quite a bit. Alright. So if I check this, and then I go... Hold on, I'm going down the wiki rabbit hole that should lead me to what I need, rather than just explicitly searching specifically what I need, because I'm a little silly like that. Oh wait, no, that's not what I need. How do I get that? I need, because it's Victide armor that I can make as an alternate armor for the stage of the game, which is, oh! Did I wonder if I sold all that. That's all, Desert Scourge drops. Can I make Victide armor? No. Do I have... Oh yeah, because I didn't make the sea remains, and yeah, no, I think I sold, yeah, I sold all of my Earl shards. Whoopsies! I really could have sworn Crabulon dropped stuff for armor, but maybe I'm just misremembering, because I don't usually make Victide armor. Yeah, no, Crabulon just drops weapons, okay. I still want to fight Crabulon anyways. Even though, actually, it looks like Crabulon might not have any rogue weapons? Is this for real? Oh yeah, and then he also has the permanent rage up, or whatever it is. I forgot about that one. Which makes it important to fight regardless. Oh yeah, I remember when I was doing my Infernum run, I went back and killed Crabulon, like, way into post-Moonlord, because I wanted to get every buff I could possibly have for Dog. I might be silly. And yeah, it looks like he doesn't have a rogue weapon, or... Oh wait, hold on, what is this? That is a rogue weapon, okay. It's probably not that good, because it's not on the list of suggested stuff, but... I will give it a test anyways. But before that, I am going to pull my Desert Medallion out of storage, and I'm gonna fight Desert Scourge again. I'm gonna wait till daytime though, and in the meantime, farm goblins, because I want to listen to the Lantern Knights theme from the Vanilla Calamity music mod. All the mods, like all the Calamity music, as well as all the music from the Vanilla Calamity music mod is really good. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the vanilla music as well, but whenever I play Calamity, I like to just use the Vanilla Calamity music mod as an additional touch. Can goblins even spawn at night? I'm not sure. I'm gonna hope they can, so that I'm not wasting my time. But I very well could be, because I honestly don't know. However, I am pretty sure that they cannot spawn on sand. I'm pretty sure they have to spawn on grass, which is annoying. So I could also be remembering the wiki wrong. I just remember when I was looking at the wiki for because I was playing 1.4.5 unsurprisingly when it released, because I love this game, and I was trying to figure out how to get Foxbarks, because Foxbarks is awesome. And I was trying to check for spawn conditions, and it seemed that it was basically the same spawn conditions as Goblin Army, or not Goblin Army, as Goblin Scouts, and so I had to go down that rabbit hole and whatnot to find out that it would appear that it largely spawns. They largely spawn on grass on the outer thirds of the world. I think there were other blocks that could spawn on, but grass is the only one that I actually remember. Am I still in the other third? Yeah, but not by much, I don't think, because I'm going to start going back this way. Even just having 2 jumps is really good for momentum. I am loving this. Or, did I say just 2 jumps or 2 extra jumps? Because it's the 2 extra jumps that make this very nice. It's good for exploring and good for fighting things. This bomb is very silly. I absolutely love this thing. I don't know how good it'll be against single target bosses such as Crabulon, but for dealing with crowds, it seems fun. Alongside the fact that the bombs do technically cause poison because of the armor I am currently wearing. This thing is awesome. Okay. I was just waiting for daytime. Not only just so I could finish listening to the what's it called? The Lantern Knights theme, but also because I would like to be able to actually see. And you know what? Since there's a desert right here, I'm gonna see if I can fight Desert Scourge with my current gear without an arena. Oh, and apparently really, really bad terrain. Alright, what does this do to multi-segmented bosses? Hey, not as much as I was hoping. Okay, yeah, this terrain is awful. I'm probably gonna lose this. Yeah, this knife is probably gonna be way better. Because it also does a little bit of AoE, as well as some pretty nice damage over time. Yeah, this is proving way more effective against multi-segmented. Then again, the worm, like the Devourer, does work more as a multi-enemy boss than a simple multi-segmented. So I don't know. It'll still be worth a good try at the start of the fight. And then I'm gonna hope that one fight against Desert Scourge is enough for my Victide armor. But it's probably not going to be, because that's just how things be. That is not a great spot for you to come out of the ground. I might still be cooked. I'm honestly not sure. I'm currently in a state of which I am entirely unsure as to whether or not I lose this. But based on my current health and my potion cooldown, yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Fighting outside of an arena on a giant hill may have been a bad idea. I don't even know why I attempted that. That was a really bad idea. I acknowledged it was a really bad idea. It wasn't like I spawned in and then realized I was on a giant hill. No. I acknowledged I was on a giant hill and went, no, I'm gonna do this anyways. I couldn't tell you why. It really doesn't make any sense. So now, I'm gonna fight Desert Scourge on an arena and probably win without any real problems. Who would have guessed? An arena in Calamity is useful. Okay, I'm just gonna reconfirm that this doesn't do as much damage. Actually, it might do more damage. Hard to tell, honestly. I think it might have just been the fact that it didn't, like... There weren't as many numbers, but I think the overall number might be bigger. Yeah, honestly, I think the overall number's bigger. I'm gonna use the pumpkin bomb for now. Yeah, I think the overall number's bigger for sure. I was just, I don't know. For some reason, I thought the knife was doing more damage. Ooh, that was huge. Yeah, no, this is definitely better. The knife is taking a lot longer to kill these guys too. Oh, and I just got adrenaline as well. Okay. That hits like a truck. With rage active? Wow, okay. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the blocks might be blocking the explosion a little bit. And so it's taking less damage if the bomb goes off while it's underground. Alright. Let's see if 36 pearl shards is enough to make Victide armor. And then I can also sell everything else. Except maybe the other stuff I need for sea remains. I'm going to hold on to that. It's also that. Oh yeah, I can also sell that. I should have separated made sure to separate everything I was going to sell first. You know, I find it funny that I put down the planter boxes, and I never actually planted anything in them. My competence is questionable, but enough to be useful when it's required. Do I actually have Blinkroot seeds? I am looking in the crafting terminal again, aren't I? I 100% was. Oh, boy. Okay. Now I actually need to be looking in the crafting one, so I can make sea remains. And then, yeah, 18's probably not enough, is it? Because I need... Oh, maybe it is enough. Okay, hold on. So, yeah, the chest piece is only 5. So chest piece, Greaves, and then which one is Rogue? The head crab. Alright, so overall defense is lower, unless the set bonus increases it. Increased move speed in water, more defense, and damage reduction in water. Damage reduction critical chance. Oh, 5% damage reduction is pretty nice, I don't think any of this has flat damage reduction. It does have It's all for increased damage, though. Oh, grants underwater breathing. I didn't even notice that part. I should go into the sulfurous sea and find some stuff in there. And then that is rogue damage. Okay, what is the set bonus? Yes, my defense is lower. Set bonus is life regen and increased rogue damage while submerged in liquid. When using any weapon, you have a 10% chance to throw a returning seashell projectile. Seashell does true damage and does not benefit from any damage class, provides increased underwater mobility and slightly reduced breath loss in abyss. Okay, so this looks like a good armor to get the sulfurous armor. Because you can get Desert Scourge pretty early and go from there and use its drops to make that armor, but overall it's it just seems objectively worse in every way. Because the only thing I could think of that'd be wanting to use the water for is to explore the sulfurous sea. Except this is better for that because it allows you to breathe in the water. As well as resistance to the effects of the sulfur sea. Have I checked this chest yet? I think I might have checked this one. Yeah, I did. Oh, I have torches in there? What am I doing? Oh, that's why I didn't explore any deeper. I forgot that the sulfurous sea is kind of awful. Because I'm used to the world gen in Infernum, which, oh, wait, what? Which causes most of the Abyss, including this, well, most of the Abyss generation, including sulfurous sea, to just kind of be one big drop. However, it would appear that my sulfurous sea in general is just kind of awful, because I don't think I really got any chests either. Because I'm already into the first layer of the Abyss. And I haven't actually seen many chests. Huh. Oh yeah, on this side of this, once you're this far to the edge of the world, you... Oh. Here we are. That'll be nice. As well as sulfur skin. I'd rather when you're this far to the edge of... Ouch! When you're this far to the edge of the map that, what was I gonna say? You're no longer centered on the middle of the screen. Like, you're no longer centered on the screen, so it makes it kind of hard to tell where you are with stealth going on. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's anything else over on that side of the screen, because unfortunately that geyser went off and kind of cut my exploration short. I really feel like the sulfurous sea used to be deeper than it is. Just kind of in general. Oh, I forgot to clear the sulfur effect with the effigy. Okay, I think I'm right here, because for some reason this remains in the center of the screen rather than underneath you, but I can barely make out something here, which I'm pretty sure is my current movement. Ouch, I keep not paying attention. Okay, now I should be able to just chill out here while I check out this chest. Gills, which I don't really need right now, and I think there was also some torches. So, not much of interest, unfortunately. Any other chests that I can actually see, because there could be some hidden in walls and whatnot, but I can't see through walls. And the answer is no, there is not. Awesome. Okay, clear my sulfur a bit. Because it appears that the ability to breathe does... It looked like it was giving me the ability to breathe in the first layer of the abyss, so I'm going to check that out. See if I can find anything of interest down there a little earlier than I usually would. But the sulfur effect is still building, so maybe the abyss generation just kind of came up further than usual? I am greatly confused as to what is happening right now. Because abyss music is playing, the abyss terrain is generating, but the sulfur sea walls have generated, and radiation is still building. What in the world is this world gen? I do not understand. I'm gonna take damage. Yep. And then the caves also kind of generate out of this. Okay, the world gen might be a little screwed up. Obviously, I can place this somewhere. No, I cannot. So I'm gonna heal before that goes off, so that I'm not extremely low when it goes off. I'm still gonna see if I can get down to the abyss, though. Even though I probably can't even see down there. Actually, yeah, no, I can't see down there, as I can tell right now. Okay, I'm not gonna bother going down then. Okay, I don't even remember why I at any point needed to go into the sulfur sea, because I remember there was something I wanted. But I could not tell you for the life of me why I originally needed to go down there. I think I was looking for something, but I don't know what it was. Whether it was in a chest or a drop from an enemy or something. Could have been anything. If it becomes important again, though, I'm sure I will find out quickly. Alright. Yeah, I think next up is Crabulon, which I never actually checked. I got to the Crabulon page and then forgot to check what the summon criteria is, and whether or not you need to specifically make a summon item, and if so, what said item is. I think you might need to specifically make a summoning item, but I genuinely don't know what it is. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't need to check the wiki for the summon item. Boss log does that. Okay. I need... Yeah, so I need to specifically use this... Oh yeah, I can check the summon conditions entirely. Wow. Yeah. I've used this a fair bit, and somehow I still didn't even realize. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce that at all. This thing. I need a demon altar. Okay, that explains it. Can I make a demon altar? Yes, not until after World Evil, though. Okay. I couldn't remember if any of my mods added the recipe for it, because I really don't like having to run all the way to a demon altar just to make something. So I just need, for now I need to grab the mushrooms and make it the old-fashioned way, but soon enough I will be able to have a demon altar in my base. And then, actually, wait, hold on. My closest demon altar is probably one in the corruption on the far right, because I actually have a slight pylon network set up for once, so I can just teleport there. Because I don't think there's a corruption any closer to any of my pylons than this one. I can look over here, but... Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there isn't. And then I just jump down one of these holes. And Demon Altar. How do I open that? I need to open my inventory. And I teleport home, and then I have found a mushroom biome, right? Yeah, so if I just go down my main cave, I'll come across a mushroom biome. Now, I'd have to imagine that due to the lack of segment damage, my knife will probably be better for Crapulon than the bomb, but I don't know. So I'm still gonna give it a test. And then hope that I actually recognize which one is doing more damage this time. Oh yeah, I can't see in the abyss because I'm not producing any light. Sometimes I forget that you don't produce any passive light in this game. Because I'm so used to having a light pet or something. Wow, okay, so I'm gonna have to place a fair assumption that Desert Scourge probably has resistance to the damage of this thing, considering the fact that it is in fact capable of hitting each individual segment. And then each segment has its own crit chance. That was a little silly. Okay, I'm, once again, not going to set up an arena, even though it's probably a bad idea to not set up an arena. And I'm just going to hope I can jump over him when I need to. Oh, he doesn't have contact damage. Better. I guess he's projectile-based, technically, despite the fact that his projectiles are one of the easiest things in the world to dodge. And then that versus this. Yeah, this is definitely doing more damage. Damn, Crapulon's a freaking joke. As long as you're not, like, standing on him when he fires his projectiles, you're probably fine. Okay, I take it back, I take it back, I take it back, I take it back. Chill out. I didn't mean it. You are not a joke. Calm down, please! I think he turned on contact damage somewhere along the way. Okay. Well then. I'm gonna grab some platforms and set up an arena. I probably need a bit more than that. That should be enough. Okay. I am not going to underestimate him this time. I'm almost 100% sure that the reason I died is because somewhere along the way, contact damage definitely turned on. So I couldn't do the silly thing where I just kind of ran through him every once in a while. Which, of course, means I'm going to need to make some space to be able to jump over him. Which will be considerably easier if I have a flat ground and platforms above me. Actually, I probably need one layer of platforms, so I think I bought too many planter boxes. But, you know, I can just use them later. Or make a bigger farm. Which I suppose would still be using them later, I guess. Okay, fill in this little crater to give me some more running space on the ground. And then I'm gonna... Oh, hello. What have you found? I don't need that. Or, actually, that might be... Is that Demonite? I think that's Demonite. That's actually not bad. Oh, okay. I think if you do manage to kill those guys, they actually do drop something cool, but I couldn't tell you what it is. So I've never actually killed them. I've only checked what they are on the wiki, because I started seeing them after they were added in... I think they were added... I'm pretty sure they were added in Brainstorm. Yeah, I don't know. I started seeing them all of a sudden, and I hadn't seen them before, and so I know that... I'm pretty sure they dropped something, because I had checked the wiki. Beyond that, I don't know. Also, is Pumpkin medium in this version? Yeah, it is medium in this version. Okay, I thought it might have gotten nerfed, but that might be that it got nerfed in 1.4.5 or something. Oh my goodness. You know, maybe it would have been a good idea to make a calming potion as well. Reduce the spawn rates down here so I can, like, function, I guess. I should make a better axe. Rather than doing what I usually do, install until sometime, like, really late pre-hard mode or early hard mode, where I finally make something. Heck, sometimes I don't even make an axe until I make, like, the pickaxe axe or the drax. Okay, I'm gonna see if this is enough space for me to work with to deal with Crabulon. Oh, he just spawned in the ceiling. Not having Shields of Cthulhu here is not my favorite thing, though. Dude. This guy is really hard to keep away from. I think even if I added more layers of platform, it would be rough. Just because he's really fast and always jumps higher than you are. Jeez, bro! What is this guy? Like, I think if I had a dash to be able to quickly change my momentum, it wouldn't be as problematic, but I don't, so it kinda is really problematic. Ooh, that was close. I'm gonna die again. I'm cooked. Yep. What the heck? I should be eating my pumpkin pie. I have been forgetting to do that. But I honestly don't know what the solution is here, other than maybe trying to farm goblins at the edge of the map for a goblin army. Damn, that guy gets really rough towards the end. Battle standard is... okay, yeah, it's just wood and tattered cloth. I'm gonna give him another attempt, except this time I'm gonna, like... actually, I'm gonna make some basic potions as well. And I'm gonna give him another try. And we will go from there. Oh, I actually have some iron skin. Oh, never mind! Goblin army! I don't have to wait for Goblin Army and stuff like that, because it's here. Yippee! I honestly feel like it's better to intentionally not direct impact enemies with this. So that it explodes sooner. You know, I'm glad that the Goblin Army, that for once I had it so that the Goblin Army would show up at a time that I'm actually prepared to deal with it. I have quite a tendency of breaking demon orbs early, so that I can get the nice drops from it, and then I get swiftly punished by an early Goblin Army, and I haven't even killed like a boss yet. But for once, I didn't do that, and in fact forgot about breaking a demon orb entirely. And am not, in turn, not punished for breaking one early. I guess I'll need to find the Goblin Tinkerer after I complete this. I honestly wonder if this might just be better to be constantly thrown. Because it does only do half-ish damage. And it's even less than that when thrown completely constantly. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think I'm going to continue using stealth for bosses, just because it's fun. Even though I think it might technically be better in terms of the amount of damage you deal to not do that. Ooh, the Brittle Star actually just blocked that Sorcerer shot. Goblin Archers, as always, though, are my real problem during Goblin armies. I mean, without them, you could almost always just kind of sit above them, sit above everything like this. So, it's reasonable to have them in the game, but since Sorcerers always single themselves out because they teleport, they're always easy to deal with. Because there's never anything in front of them, which is the problem with archers, is that they're always behind something else. So sometimes you get a big buildup of them, and then it just becomes a huge problem. Not today, though, because my defense is plenty high enough to tank a couple hits from them, so I don't have to constantly look out for them either. Easiest goblin army of my life. Huge. Okay, sell everything I don't need. Oh. I got the green cap. I guess the painter was here. I didn't realize that. Sell all of those because I don't use them. Sell that. I think that's everything I need to sell right now. And I can put those away, those away, those away. That. And put my doors back. I think that's everything I need to put away. Hopefully, anyways. And I can go up here and I can plant my additional blinkroot seeds. And then swiftness potions, I think they're called, is the other one I'm looking for. I cannot make them. I am mixing... Oh, it's just cactus. Okay. For a second I was missing something that would be annoying to get. I thought they were cheap, but when I didn't have it off of Daybloom, Blinkroot, and Red Mushrooms, I was very much concerned for a second. And I'm gonna hope between my, like, what is it, 10 additional defense between medium food and iron skin, my additional move speed, and my higher life regen, that hopefully that's enough to deal with Crabulon. Plus I guess I have, like, slightly increased damage and whatnot. Actually, I think food basically is just life regen, defense, and damage, but still. Okay, now I can put all of this in here and make swiftness potions. And then I will hopefully see the Goblin Tinkerer on my way down to Crabulon. But I wouldn't be surprised if I don't. And unfortunately, if I don't see him on my way down to Crabulon and I beat Crabulon on this attempt, I will then immediately afterwards have to go digging through the caves for Goblin Tinkerer, because I don't really feel like fighting the Devourer without having the Tinker table. So I can start combining my, what are they called? Accessories. There we are. Damn, I'm getting less and less slots, because even after I combine these and I put the shield in, then I'll have to try and find a slot for... Well, I don't have to find a slot for Wormscarf, but I will probably try and find a slot for Wormscarf, because the damage reduction is nice. I should also probably look into whether or not... Oh, hello, Goblin Tinkerer. I didn't just find him on my way down, I found him in my arena. This guy's probably going to get disintegrated during Crabulon fight, because I'm not going to make an effort to get him out of here. But while I'm down here, before he gets disintegrated, I'm going to buy the stuff that I need from him. Oh. I am slightly too broke to buy rocket boots. Oh, neat. This is actually really cool. I don't know why I've never looked at this. I've always done the math to figure out the exact numbers of things. Huh. Well, I guess it's not quite the exact numbers, but still. And then if I hit my buff button, does that update things? Kind of. Oh, stealth regen. That's what the regen numbers were. Okay. Huh. Cool. Alright, well, Crabulon time. And if the Goblin Tinkerer is lucky, he will live. And if he's awesome, he will help. But it's the Goblin Tinkerer, so I have zero faith in him to do either of those things. Damn it, I tried to jump over him. Really, I think when he jumps, I need to... Yeah, whenever he jumps, I need to run under him rather than trying to jump over him. I think that was a big problem I was having, is I was trying to jump over him whenever he jumped. Even though that is clearly not the intended method. Also, he does not do a lot of damage now that I have all this extra defense. I will read your message and reply in a second. I am fighting Crabulon, and as much as he's not doing a lot of damage, I know that if I slip up too much, I could still get disintegrated by being hit by a gazillion things at once. Also, Goblin Tinkerer is actually doing a lot better of a job at surviving this than I thought he would. Alright. Hello. I'm playing the Terraria Calamity mod with Wrath of the Gods added in there. Of which I have not reached any Wrath of the Gods content in the past, so we will see how that goes. As much as I have defeated Infernum once in the past. Well, this is Terraria. It is... I want to say a little bit surprised you haven't seen it at all before. Just due to the fact that it does have a fair amount of popularity behind it, to my knowledge at least. Is this the rogue button? Or not rogue button, rogue weapon, and the answer is no. Did I not get any of the weapons? Oh, okay, I got the summon weapon. Boo! I'm not gonna fight Crabulon again for the rogue weapon. It's supposedly not even very good. Alright. Now I can go back up here, and I can put my new crafting station in here, and then I can mix a whole bunch of stuff together. So I should be able to make not rocket boots, specter boots, I think they are. Yep. Ooh, and it gave me stealth generation. I will take that. What else? Blizzard and a balloon. And then I think it's the white horseshoe balloon. I missed an H in there. Yeah. Which I suppose makes sense, because I don't know how else you put things together for the horseshoe and a balloon to still include Blizzard anyways. It would be rather hard to incorporate, I think. Honestly, I might already just have everything ready to go for the Devourer of Gods. You don't know what's going on in game? Essentially, it's kind of like Minecraft in the fact that it is a sandbox game in which you build with blocks. But it is a lot more boss-oriented, especially with Calamity, where this is the list of every boss and event in the game. The goal is pretty much to complete this entire book. I don't know how much better to explain it than that, really. And right now I'm kind of just going around and defeating a whole bunch of the bosses, because I'm in a spot where progression largely calls for killing bosses rather than farming for resources. Did I have a mining potion on me? No. I must have picked up a mining potion right before I fought Crabulon or something. Because I could just want to put mining potions away specifically to not accidentally drink one while fighting Crabulon. But I might have forgotten. I really thought I put them away, so I'm just going to assume that I picked up an additional one. Alright. How quickly do we think this first attempt is going to end? Because I'm not going to build an arena for my first attempt, because I never build an arena for my first attempt. And then I'm gonna get the Devourer to... the Devourer's just gonna go... being a worm is just gonna go straight across the middle, and I'm gonna get disintegrated. Because that's just kind of how these things go on my first attempt. Because my first attempt is basically always without an arena. Plus, I don't really feel like blowing up an arena right now. Thankfully, this is the corruption that has the corruption effigy, though, which is 10% increased move speed and critical strike chance. This is not nearly as good as the Crimson Effigy. I'm gonna have to check if I can shimmer that into the Crimson Effigy. Because the Crimson Effigy is damage and defense at the cost of health, I think? If I go to the Corruption Effigies wiki page. Oh, okay, I can, with Ectomist at a Tinker's Workshop, I can convert it. Okay. I'm just gonna use the Corruption Effigy for this attempt, even though it seems to be in almost every possible way worse. Because the amount of health you lose isn't even a large amount either for Crimson. But losing 5% damage reduction is kind of bad. Also, once again, I should have made a peace potion to prevent a gazillion Eater of Souls from spawning while I'm trying to exist. Oh yeah, I still need to, since I don't have any powder, I need to... Did I bring any bombs? Okay, I at least brought some bombs with me so I can get to the orbs. Because this isn't strong enough to break that, right? Yeah. That is in fact not strong enough to break Ebonstone. Y'all mind! Go away! Okay, what did I get? I got a book, which I will need later, and the ball o' hurt. I was kind of hoping for the Demon Orb Light Pet, but there's still another chance. Well, at least one more chance, anyways. So I still need to blow up one more Demon Orb. Can you please stop? Literally every 2 seconds. Okay, is that gonna summon it? Yes, it is. Okay, at least it didn't spawn coming sideways. But I'm now stuck in this pit because it will not stop hitting me. I already split it. This is bad. Yeah, I'm already cooked. I hate trying to make an arena for this boss, which is why I try and avoid it, but that's really hard to do in Calamity. So, yeah. That went well. It actually went way better than I expected, really, but it did not go well. Oh, and I forgot to even use the effigy. Whatever, that means I can fix it. I really do not like the corruption effigy now that I've looked at how it works. Yeah, 15% damage and 10 defense at the cost of 10% of your max health. Versus 10% increased move speed and critical strike chance. I will give you, the corruption effigy is better if you just simply prefer dodging entirely, but I am not confident in my skills to a degree of which I believe I can consistently dodge everything, even with a 10% increase in move speed. I will give, however, that it probably would have been better when I was doing my Infernum Devourer of Gods, because the movement speed would have been nice. And then I need to put this away, because I don't need that, and that away, because I don't need it. And then I need to make Vile Powder. I need one more mushroom worth of Vile Powder. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to smash more orbs if I want to do another attempt without using the summon item. But that's not really what I want to do, so I'm just gonna go find a mushroom. And then I'm gonna set up an arena, even though I don't want to. Can this corruption even spawn mushrooms? Because it is in the desert. Okay, part of it's not, though, and there's a mushroom right there. Oh, that actually didn't break it. Okay. Well, that's what other weapons are for. So now I make a little bit more powder. And I actually have to take the chunks that I just put in immediately back out. So that I can go and... Wait, do I have any... Yeah, I do have gel already in my inventory, so I can just simply... Wow, I don't know how it took me that many attempts to get to my inventory, considering how long I've been playing this game. Yeah, I need to make some more sticky bombs to more easily clear out an arena. And then... Did I put the platforms away? No, I did not, but I need to buy some more. Come on. There we go. I'm just gonna spend, like, all the money I have on platforms. Reduces the amount I have to buy later. Plus, I'm less likely to lose all my money if I were to die, which is likely to happen. Bosses are very good at reducing your health to 0. I just jumped in a pit that doesn't even go down once again. In fact, it's the same pit that doesn't go down that I've jumped in before and went, oh, this doesn't go down. Okay, worm food. So I can manually summon the boss now. Yeah, just to make sure I don't accidentally go into the underground sulfurous sea, I'm gonna make the arena over here. The sheer amount of time this takes is the exact reason I didn't want to have to make an arena. Plus, demon altars get in the way, and it's the whole thing. You know, earlier on in the stream, I said that I should probably change the stream title because I killed Hive Cthulhu in the first 10 seconds, and then I kind of forgot. But at this point, I'm just gonna leave it. More effort than it's worth at this point. Well, I don't know, it could still be going for at least another hour. I'll change it now. Let's see, what do we want to change the name to? Let's call this, let's change the stream name to Real Progress Day. Because that's kind of what this feels like. Oh, Traveling Merchant's here. I'm gonna have to check that out after I'm done with Devourer. Oh my goodness, the sheer number of these things. Yeah, I need to just respawn this as well to get my defense out of that. So my max health is reduced to 360 from 400. So yeah, I'm sacrificing 40 health for 15% increased damage, and what was it, 8 defense? Hold on, I can pull up the wiki page really easily. 10 defense even. I'd say it's kind of worth it. Why wasn't the bombs destroying these backgrounds, but are destroying the backgrounds that are over here? They're the same backgrounds. Silly game being silly. That has got to be the closest together demon orbs I have ever seen in all of my, like, 1,000 hours playing Terraria. Huge shadow orb. Oh yeah, it's a light pet, so I genuinely forgot that I had something in my pet slot. Because I haven't had it displayed. I think I found it within the first, like, maybe hour. And then just kind of forgot it existed. I'm gonna put platforms like here and here-ish. And then hope that that's enough. And then also hope the demon altar doesn't get in the way. Did it just spawn directly on top of me? Are we for real about that? I'm gonna start getting splits pretty soon, I think. Because some of these segments are really low. Yep, that's a split. I wonder if it's honestly intentionally moving some damage to other parts to force splits. Because I feel like I haven't been damaging some of these segments as much as they are damaged. Okay, yeah, I think I have it this time. Because I'm starting to just kill off all the split off segments, and I'm still over half health. Okay, I'm gonna take that back, because I'm suddenly getting incinerated, because I cannot move because they just keep hitting me. Yeah, I might die. I didn't even realize that one was there. No! I was so close. Okay, I think if I played a little better and get a little luckier on them grouping up at the correct times, then I'll have it. I don't need to reactivate the effigy, right? Yeah, no, okay, good. Bruh. I genuinely thought I could just jump over that. I should also honestly make a heart lantern for that arena that I can move around later, as well as another campfire, because I forgot to put a campfire in that arena. And then, yeah, I need to make another regen potion. Okay. Third time's the charm, surely. I'm also gonna break this while I'm here, so that's never a problem again. Because that's also probably going to be the corruption I go to when I do Hive Mind. Which I probably won't make an arena for, because I don't think even in Infernum I needed an arena for... Like, I don't think I've ever needed an arena for World Equal 2. Because I guess I did do Perforators. Because apparently even in Infernum, Perforators just isn't that hard. Okay, thankfully it didn't spawn directly on top of me for once. Well, not for once. Specifically that it didn't do it this time. Because it did do it last time. That's a split, and I'm being knocked out of my arena. Yeah, I don't think my arena's big enough, but I don't have the resources to make it bigger right now, so... Yeah, that wasn't my best idea. For some reason I moved inward towards where it was circling, so that I would eventually get completely encircled, rather than trying to get out of said circle. Ouch, 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 ouch. I forgot to place the campfire and stuff. What am I doing? I feel like this is going a lot better than last time, because I'm not splitting it as much. Ouch. But it's still proving rather challenging, because even one split can cause some big problems, because especially when they're this small, they're insanely fast. Hopefully they're not too hard to deal with when they're that small. I'm probably gonna split it here, yeah. Oh, but I think I killed the front half of the split, so that's good. That's gonna split, and it didn't destroy the front half. That will, though. Damn, I missed. I think I still destroyed a rear segment of it. Trying to joust Devourer is kind of terrifying. Okay, 2 segments. Surely I have this. Yeah, especially as I just heard my health potions come back. And I win. How am I gonna get that? Okay, I have a couple spare bombs from breaking some pots or something. Oh, I wasn't sure how I was gonna get that for a second. Thank goodness. And then I can get right out of here. Oh yeah, I need to make some Demonite upgrades really bad. I don't know where I'm going to put Worm's Scarf at the moment, if anywhere. I forgot that World Evil 2 is the major boss immediately after World Evil 1. Huh. What all is suggested here? Yeah, I guess I could make Brain, which really would be worth it. Huh. It does also suggest Worm Scarf. I don't know. I don't know if I'll use either of them, honestly. I'm not having particularly big defensive problems anyways. Oh yeah, I needed the scales to make the upgrades, I think. I think that was part of my problem. And then... why did I start searching up Demonite when I should be looking for... Oh, they're not called upgrades? What are they called? They are called upgrades. Why do they not show up? And I don't. What do they need scales for? I have no idea. Well, that is enough upgrades for all of that. And then, what is the next upgrade? Because I don't remember. Is it directed at Hellstone? I think it is. Okay. Well, I definitely make a Nightmare Pickaxe. I think that's what they're called anyways. Yeah, Nightmare Pickaxe. So that I can mine Hellstone. Then what all is here on the wiki? So for stealth stuff, it recommends... Wow, still the same armor. Wow, it recommends a very similar set of items to last time. Except now I can make the silencing sheath. Which will require me to make some silk. Which I should hopefully have enough of. Yep. And then what does this actually do? More max stealth and generates faster. Maybe I replace Scuttler's Jewel? What does this do again? Periodically rains down prism shards that can briefly stun enemies. I mean, since I am doing a stealth-focused build, it would be pretty useful, I guess. Because it increases my max stealth and health, and I think the more stealth you have, the more damage you deal, plus it'll generate it faster. So I'm going to replace that. And I'm just going to put those away because I'm just not going to use them, which means I did, in fact, farm for something that I'm not even going to use. I suppose it happens. It does still kind of recommend Scholar's Jewel, but I'm not sure where I'd put it, unless I got rid of the Shield of Cthulhu, which is just really good for dodging. Never mind the fact that even if you fail a dodge and ram directly into something, you get some iframes. Oh, I've got to check the Traveling Merchant. Damn it. I was not paying attention. Oh yeah, Magical Luminescence. No, I don't think I have a slot for that right now, as much as I like it. There's so many good trinkets and just not enough space. And no, I'm not gonna up the difficulty to death mode for the sake of the extra trinket slot. Let's see here. So Ashen Stalactite is... Oh yeah, because the meteor's gonna drop tonight. Oh, that was already technically obtainable from Fire Imps as soon as I defeated the Eye of Cthulhu. Actually, technically it was obtainable beforehand, but it's more likely now that I've defeated the Eye of Cthulhu. I also spawn in Ashen Chess, which... That's what spawns in Brimstone Crags, right? Yeah, okay. At a 50% chance, so that's probably where I'll get mine from. Meteor Fist is definitely going to be Meteorite, which is going to be from the meteor that drops tonight, so I'll just wait for that to drop before I go to the Underworld, as well as the Sludge Splotch, which I can make right now. Those are all the major stealth ones. Although even though the Pumpkaboom was not suggested as a stealth weapon, it was really good as a stealth weapon. Average speed 88 rogue damage? Interesting. Okay, what do you do with Stealth Strikes? Stealth Strikes cause the main ball of sludge to split on hit, inflicting more damage. Neat. This would be pretty good as a spam weapon as well, I think. Yeah, it even recommends that it could be. Actually, the only weapon in here that recommends as spam over the 3 that you could use as stealth is the Infernal Chris, which I'm guessing is the Hellstone item. Yeah, it is. Huh. I mean, I'll try that because I'm gonna be getting I'll probably be getting a fair bit of Hellstone anyways. And then what am I gonna do while I wait for Meteorite to fall? Because it shouldn't take too long to fall. Am I able to buy more types of planter boxes yet? Yes, I can buy Deathbeat planter boxes. And as much as I know that you don't need to have the same type planter box as you have plant to grow plants, I just like having them as the same. Oh, I checked the crafting thing for seeds. Okay, and then I guess I will use just some wood to make the necessary gap. And then bridge it across. And then I can plant my first set of seeds. Which, these are some seeds I should be making sure to harvest frequently. Oh yeah, I should make a... Oh, I forgot that Smart Plant will do that. I probably shouldn't break them all, but I don't want them there, because... I don't know, OCD or something. At least tendencies. I like to keep my stuff organized. I should very much... Oh, and the Axe of Regrowth needs the Staff of Regrowth, which would be part of the jungle, but I'm probably not going to be able to explore enough of the jungle to get the staff before the meteorite falls. Because I'm pretty sure the meteorite is supposed to fall at midnight the night after you first defeat World Eagle. This thing looks neat. Yeah, I'm going to make it just because I can decraft it afterwards. Oh. It's genuinely bad. And then I can... oh yeah, I need to have it in the inventory and then I can Click on it and decraft. As if I ever need anything from some old stuff I've made, I can pretty easily decraft it, which is very nice. Why wouldn't I get silk back? Why would I only get Stormlion draws? Well, like, up here it says that I'd get silk, but down here it says that I wouldn't. I don't know. Oh yeah! I'd rather you can just kind of cycle those through what you need. And then it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to work towards... I guess I can see if I have the resources to make the stuff to make the lightning boots. Lightning boots, which needs the anklet, which needs spore and clouds. So I don't technically have them, but they also wouldn't be very hard to get. Let's grab a gravitation potion. Oh, there's the meteor. I'll grab the clouds now before I forget to. And then I'll go looking for the meteor, and then go to the jungle. I honestly don't know the order in which I'm going to do things right now. I wasn't sure how far I'd get today, and this is slightly further than I thought I would get, considering the progress I was making last time I played. Oh wait, those are clouds there. Here we are. Sure, I'll take the Star of Fury, just for the sake of having it. And then I don't even need to mine clouds, because there's a whole bunch in here. That away, that away, that away, that away. I have a lot of stuff to put away. Oh my goodness. I should also put those on my arena at some point. I think it'd be nice if favorited items when, like, if you use all of them, if there's like a ghost of the item in the slot. I honestly wonder if there's a mod for that. I might look for one before next stream. Oh yeah, I needed spores to make the anklet. I was just getting clouds for the meantime. Okay, time to run across the entire world and hope that I find the meteorite sooner rather than later. And hopefully it also hasn't fallen on something that I'd rather it not fall on, which I don't think there's a lot of that in the world right now, but still. Actually, before I run across the world, just in the off case that it did happen to fall down here, okay. Just because I don't think the platforms count as solid blocks, so I'm pretty sure the first valid location it would register for the meteor to land is in the hole, if that's where it decided to fall. Oh, is my damage calculated big? Oh, okay. My damage number shown here is based on what my current stealth is. Okay. So I'll pretty much always only know how much stealth damage I'll do, which is still quite a lot, and the important number, because I'm focusing on stealth. I think that bomb would have been good to keep on hand, because I think it still would have been good for dealing with ads. Because I just throw a bomb, like, anywhere and it kills everything in the general vicinity. The meteorite's probably not even going to be on the left side of the world, just because it's the side of the world I'm checking first. Did I even have my star for my successful attempt? Like my turtle starfish? For my successful attempt at Devour? Because I'm not sure I did, considering the fact that I didn't actively have it equipped 2 seconds ago. And I don't think I've died since I beat Devour. Huh. I made a lot of blunders during that fight then, because I didn't put down my heart lantern, I didn't put down my campfire, I don't think I had my star active. Huh. Interesting. Also, I think already, if I were to play Rogue again, I would do my progression in a significantly different order. Also, is this a sword shrine? Because I think this means... I think this could be the braille to a sword shrine. No, it's not. Okay. It was worth a quick check. But yeah, I think if I were to play Rogue again, there's already a different routing I would take, because I'd probably go to the Underworld very quickly and just get the Ashen Stalactite, now that I know that it spawns down there at a 50-50 chance in any of the chests there. So as much as it's a highly dangerous area, it would still kind of be worthwhile. And then, yeah, of course, it's not... The meteor's not on the left side. No, I don't think it... Well, I think it tends to generate more to the outer edge of the world, so it might be better to search here, like starting from here, so that I am more likely to encounter it on the outer edges, in case it generated where I feel like it usually does. And again, I could be wrong, because a lot of my information from what a lot of the stuff I can remember about Terraria is from a significantly longer playthrough, or for Calamity at least, a significantly longer playthrough of Infernum. And then some of my knowledge of Terraria could just very well be completely inaccurate, because I just don't commit everything to memory. The game is well played with the wiki open. Oh, Traveling Merchant. I need to remember to actually check the merchant's inventory this time. Unlike the last time I went, you know, after I finish what I'm doing, I should go check the Traveling Merchant's inventory. And then I didn't. Because he does in fact have some things that I would like to have. Also, I'm almost certain that that is actually a sword shrine tunnel. It isn't the fact that it just goes straight down. Which, once again, I don't think I need an enchanted sword, but I will take it. It's a cool thing to find. Also, it might make a good thumbnail, so, there's that too. I don't remember them going down this deep. What the heck? I'm gonna block that up before it decides that it actually wants to flow. Yep. Whoa! That's no ordinary sword shrine. The heck? Now what is going on here? I'm gonna put some blocks back in the ceiling, kind of cover up the mess I made. Because this is definitely being the thumbnail when I upload this as a VOD later now. And then if I close that up, you can still see light up there. Yeah, whatever. Oh, well, not really when I come down here. Okay. So I'm gonna turn my HUD off and I'm gonna take my hat off so that I'm not practically invisible, so that you can see me in the frame as well. And then I'm gonna turn this off so I don't have some spinny annoying guy. And then settings, video, no, interface. Interface makes a lot more sense. What if it would be in here that you could turn on HUD? Is it in here? Because there's gotta be somewhere you can turn it off. Surely. Hold on. I'm gonna check the internet and see if I, in fact, even can turn off the HUD in Terraria. Yes. How do I do this? Oh, it's a hotkey? For real? Yo, awesome. Screenshot time. Cool. And then, what is exactly in here? Intrepid Trinket of Chi. Increases damage reduction by 8% if you avoid taking damage for 10 seconds. This buff expires on hit. As well as plus 1 HP per second life regen for you and your teammates. That seems very good if you're playing more supportive as like a mage or something in multiplayer. Which I am not. And so I'm not going to use it. I wonder, honestly, if I go into the mod config for Calamity, can I turn off going invisible during stealth? Yes, I can. Because I don't like that, because I'm basically constantly in stealth, and being constantly invisible is getting annoying. Much better. And what else is in here? Just some basic stuff, I guess. Because I can actually deconstruct my lesser health potions in the shimmer as well, now that I think about it. Because I'm probably just going to be using healing potions or above from this point forward. Oh yeah, I was looking for the meteor. Distractions, constantly. One of these days I'll manage to complete an objective without getting completely distracted at least once along the way. And then almost, the key part here is then on top of that, almost forgetting about the objective in the first place. Because I, in fact, was about to use my magic mirror to teleport home. Even though I haven't found the meteorite yet. Which I'm surprised I haven't found yet, honestly. It's probably going to be in the tundra or something. Because I don't know where else it could be at this point. Watch it it's fallen like a bit. Well, no, I think I left the chest in the tundra house. Yeah. Oh, I didn't leave the chest in there, so it could have fallen right on top of it and just completely wiped it out. Because I like to preserve that thing. It's kind of neat. I swear if I make it back to my base and don't find the meteorite somehow, I'm going to be rather annoyed. Because that means that it fell somewhere stupid. I could check the underground for the corruption, because it could be in there. Okay, it seems to have fallen in a hole somewhere. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check corruption holes and stuff. So it could be in a corruption hole. Yeah, I think that's actually about it. I think it pretty much has to have spawned in a corruption hole. Cool. While also somehow having not damaged anywhere on the surface of the hole. Like, towards the top, so I could actually tell that it fell in said hole. Which is, both annoying, but also kind of interesting. That's not something that happens a lot. Actually, I guess it can't fall here because chest. The meteorites cannot destroy chests. In fact, I think meteorites generate in such a way to specifically avoid chests. Okay, so it's not there, which means it's probably in one of the corruption holes over here. If I had to fathom a guess, and if it's not there, then I honestly don't know where it is. I really hope it's over there. Because if it's not, then I don't know, maybe I boot this into like the T-edit, I think it's called. So I can, because as far as I'm aware, it doesn't edit. Well, I guess it can edit files. I don't know, it shouldn't break anything. Hopefully I don't have to worry about doing that though. And it is hope. Well, actually, hold on. It could be on the top of this tree as well. Like it could have fallen on top of a tree that I can't quite see the top of or something. There really is a plethora of really annoying circumstances that could have happened with this meteorite. Also, 32 defense this early on in the game, due to the combination of things I have going, is really nice. Part of why I far prefer Crimson over Corruption Effigy. I'll also have to go back and fight Brain, because I know that Brain of Cthulhu got a revamp during the Brainstorm update. And I have not fought it since. Alright, here we are. And that doesn't even reach the cave, so I can't just kind of run across the bottom of the cave. Because I'm gonna guess probably in the main cave somewhere. Maybe not if the main cave is this far down, though. It almost certainly got caught along the way. This is proving to be rather annoying, though. I wonder if the meteorite can spawn in the ocean, and if it can, that is going to make this even more annoying. Okay, let's take a look here. I'm gonna see if the meteorite can spawn in the ocean. Okay, so it looks like they technically can spawn in an ocean. Plus, I suppose there's a small portion of land on the far end of the map over at the sulfurous sea. So I'm just gonna kind of climb up this pit and kind of look in a couple other pits and see if it happened to generate in one of those. And then I'm gonna go back over to sulfurous sea. And I forgot to check Traveling Merchant again. I'm never making the cell phone at this rate. Okay, there's a couple of holes over there that I could also check. But I am running out of feasible. Oh, there's the meteorite. Okay. So it in fact did fall into a hole and I just could not see it from the surface. Yeah, the bomb would be really nice right now because these guys are just going to constantly keep coming from the walls. I forget, can I vein mine meteorite? Yes, I can. Cool. Blood moon is rising. What a great time for that. Not like I was trying to do something that would be much easier with significantly reduced spawn rates. Oh boy. Trying to do this with blood moon spawn rates is going to be impossible. I think I'm just going to have to jump down into the middle of it and then just bang mine as much as I can. Like that. And then teleport out of here, because I'm at 1 health. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse than it did. And then the graves should keep them from being able to break in, I think. And then I can make the meteor fist. Fires a wire-guided rocket that seeks cursor and accelerates over time. Stealth strikes immediately start accelerating and drop a meteorite on struck enemy. I see. Ooh, and immediately I get vicious. Very interesting. The fact that it actually just calls in a rather large meteor during stealth strikes. Damn, that thing's powerful. Okay, well, I mean, I gotta go to the underworld at some point. Why not do it during a blood moon? Really, I feel like increased spawn rates in the caves isn't that bad, because a lot of things just won't even spawn in the cave that you're in. I definitely like the Meteor Fist more than the Sludge Splotch in every possible way right now. But the fact that you can make the Sludge Splotch immediately after you beat World Evil 2 to help you, well, I guess kinda help you get Meteor Fist is kinda nice, I guess. Even though I think the Pump Kaboom would still have been better. Yeah, okay. I went down to the middle of the mushroom biome. Rather than going around it. I mean, it makes sense, because I was mining for, like, health crystals and stuff when I initially found it. Oh yeah, Goblin Dinker's still down here, which means I need to start making more houses soon. Yeah, I have a lot of people that can move in, even though a good few of them are Alchemist NPC light NPCs that I probably won't be using in this run. Actually, I think all of the... Huh, those guys never despawned. Interesting. Yeah, literally every NPC that wants to move in right now, other than I guess kind of technically sort of the Goblin Tinkerer, is from Alchemist NPC Light. Honestly, specifically not using Stealth Strikes to kind of weave your way around terrain seems rather useful with this weapon. I don't think I'm ever going to find the fact that you genuinely just call in an actual meteor with this weapon. I don't think I'm ever going to find it not funny. I find it strange that it's in some points I avoid digging through water, in other spots I like dig to the bottom of a bit of water and then keep digging. I don't really understand why I was digging like that. Because typically I just avoid water in general because it's annoying to deal with. But... There is a hut over there. I can just barely see the stilts. I will take the tungsten and the potions. Actually, I guess I might as well take everything, because anything I don't want at any point in time, I can look into just decrafting into its base resources to use later. Thanks to the Shimmer Terminal thingy. Which I really feel like has to be new, because I don't remember it existing. At some point I should invest in a very large amount of explosives and just make a standard elevator, rather than having this weaving path I currently have. I mean, if I'm lucky, I might get my hands on a demon conch. If I... Actually, can I get a demon conch? How do you get that? Before I forget. I think you need to fish in the underworld. Oh, now that I think about it, so never mind. It's not a matter of being lucky. I'm just not going to get one. Because I'm, not going to fish. Not yet. Yeah, fishing in lava. As I thought. Unfortunate. I do have some wood though, so I could set up an underworld pylon. If the underworld pylon exists in this version. I can't remember if that's one of the pylons they added in 1.4.5. That is a lava trap. I'm just gonna get out of that. Even if it doesn't, I know the Brimstone Crags pylon exists. So I could build a base there at the very least, that I then move everyone out of as soon as possible, because that's like the only pylon in the game that doesn't require you to have people at it to use. Entirely because I don't think anybody likes it in the underworld, and it's a rather dangerous spot with enemies that fly through walls. I'm gonna try making a just default underworld pylon first. See if those exist. If I even have the money. Okay, no, I do. I have way more money than I should on me right now. Yeah, I'm gonna see if a regular underworld pylon exists, and if it does, then that's that. And if it doesn't, then I guess I'm setting up the Brimstone Crags. Any way to reduce the travel time to the underworld. I could also technically just move the underground pylon. Because I don't really need it at the Shimmer anymore. Because I basically just have the Shimmer at my base. Okay, so if I just kind of dig into the wall up here, since this is technically in the underworld, and then I just build, I guess, kind of a box out of stone. Can I move people into this? And will they give me a pylon? Well, I guess I can move people into this if I furnish it, but the question is, importantly, whether or not I can buy an underworld pylon from them, or if it's just a 1.4.5 thing. Which I have recently seen that it is, in fact, confirmed that 1.4.6, which will be bringing crossplay, is officially not the final update. For once, they aren't planning the final update again, in which we all know that it's not going to be the final update. One of these days, the final update's really gonna come, though, and then everyone's gonna be surprised, and they're just gonna be like, well, I mean, we did tell you. Because, I mean, they did. And then I can turn the rest of this wood back into wood. That is Tim. Hello. Would you mind not being there, specifically? That's a really annoying spot for you to be. Huh, he drops a book. And the plasma rod? Huh. Wizard hat, why not? Because my inventory's a little full right now. Some of those can just get deleted, but still. Okay, do I have the wood left to make furniture? No, I don't. So I need to break all these wooden walls I just placed, and then replace them with stone walls, and then use the wood from the walls to make furniture. Way to go, me. What a wonderful use of my time. You know, I'm sitting here thinking that this is kind of some boring stuff, but I mean, it was bound to happen eventually. I killed 3 bosses already in one day. When it comes to Terraria, one can only expect so much of a percentage of the game to be interesting stuff. I guess I did only need a chair and a table, but I'd rather conserve some of my wood, considering the fact that I have a lot more stone, and the stone is used for a lot less important stuff. Now, if the Underworld pylon does in fact exist in this version, then I will make this look better, but if it doesn't, then I don't have to worry about that. But, I mean, this is just how the early game works. You turn everything into a big box. Is that enough platforms to get me across, or am I gonna have to make this part mushroom and part wood? Because I'm trying to use as little wood as possible. Actually, I have my planter boxes, so I'll just put a planter box here, I guess. Okay, are both of these valid housing? That is not. I'm guessing this room is slightly too small. What if I do that? Does that make it big enough? No. Okay, I need to make it bigger then. Likely not much bigger, but bigger nonetheless, I guess. You know, on one hand, Smart Cursor is really nice, because it makes some things a lot easier. But on the other hand, sometimes it makes things a lot more annoying, because it just kind of breaks things that don't make a whole lot of sense. But it definitely makes making placing walls a lot easier. What do you mean this is not valid housing? Why is it not valid housing? What is making it not valid housing? Because they have everything I need for valid housing. Does the fact that there's a planter box make it not valid housing? Does it need to actually be specifically a platform? I mean, I guess I can do that. I guess technically I could even just place a block, but still. Why is this not valid? Because platforms underneath counts as a door. There's lighting, table, chair, walls. Like, if I were to, say, break this chair, would it tell me why it's not valid? Yeah, missing chair. So why is it not valid housing when I do this? Because this house, which is basically identical, is valid housing. Oh, it's because there's no solid blocks on the floor. I forgot that you need solid blocks. Okay. Please? I don't think you do. I don't know. I'm guessing that's the problem? Yeah, it's suitable now. Okay. So that was the problem. Who can be banished to the underworld with the Goblin Tinkerer? Who is in the main housing that I can afford to banish to the underworld with the Goblin Tinkerer? Oh. Never mind. Someone filled the spot. You do not sell an underworld pylon. I'm just gonna quickly double check. Actually, I should be able to check here to see if it exists. Yeah, there's no underworld pylon. Okay. I thought that might be the case, and so I'm gonna pack up the important parts of this house. And then I'll move it to Brimstone Crags once I get there. Huh. they're still counted as living there. Even though that's definitely not valid housing. Okay, is there a Hellforge in here? Yes, there is. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hope that my assumption is correct and that the Brimstone Crags always generates on the left side. Because that, in my experience, has been the case. Even though that could be entirely untrue. Because, I mean, again, a lot of my world gen knowledge is from the, like, 3 different worlds I've played, and 2 of those worlds have been Infernum, and only one of them I actually... no, I did complete 2 worlds, actually. But I'm pretty sure all of them, the Crags generated on the left side. But, I mean, it was kind of the same thing with the, Abyss and the I cannot remember words of the names of things today. Wow. Sulfuric Sea, that's what I'm thinking of. The Sulfuric Sea and Abyss also consistently generated on the left side. But that was also potentially specifically to keep it away from the Profaned Gardens, which always generated on the right side from Inferno. Okay, and instead of what I do with all the other houses, I'm going to go over this rather than directly through it, because I don't feel like toasting myself too much. I did pick up a Hellforge already, right? Okay, good. And then, wait, did I get seeds from that? I did, but I didn't pick them up. So I can delete that and pick up the Fire Blossom seeds. Okay. My inventory was full. That's really oh, I forgot doing that kills you. Okay, well there was no way I was defeating Wall of Flesh anyways, and if I did defeat Wall of Flesh, then it would have been a bad thing. Which means I have to go all the way back down again. Yay! Whoops. What else did I put in here? A lot of what I have. Oh yeah, then I can put this here for crafting as well. Yeah, almost my entire inventory was stuff that I didn't need. Or want. Not at the moment, anyways. Unfortunately, after all that, I still have to go all the way back down. I presumably probably could afford to make a elevator right now, but I don't really feel like making a elevator right now. I will almost certainly make one when I go for Wall of Flesh, if I don't make it sooner, at the very least. Is there ever anything I can find that can randomly spawn on my way down? I guess a nymph could technically spawn, but I don't have a life form analyzer, so even if it does, I'm not likely to know. Well, I will definitely pick up the mining pants. I'm not sure if I have those yet, and having a mining set later on is kind of just really nice. Do I have the mining set equipped on any of these? I don't. I'm gonna start doing that. Because I'm pretty sure Calamity does still have the set bonus for the miner outfit, where you have a chance to duplicate every ore that you mine. When you have the full set, specifically. Which is honestly kind of busted, because I would imagine, especially with a vein miner, you could just kind of mine a big chunk and then place a big chunk somewhere safe and then mine the whole chunk and then place it back, rinse and repeat until you have copious amounts. But, I don't know. If vein miner doesn't interact with the set bonus, then I suppose that would avoid that a little bit, but you could still manually do that to farm for ore rather than having to seek it out. Whether or not it's more effective than seeking it out, I have no idea. If it works with vein miner, then it almost certainly is, but if it doesn't, then I don't know. Could go either way. Oh yeah, I placed a block here because there was a slime coming for me. Okay. Now, hopefully this time, I don't accidentally summon the Wall of Flesh and manage to make it to Brimstone Crags. Realistically, I think a Crags pylon is better than a Elevator anyway, so I might not make a Elevator because I'm just going to make a Brimstone Crags pylon. Because even when I go to fight Wall of Flesh, I think you can, because it's still technically lava, even though it turns all red and stuff, and gives you a different effect when you're in the Brimstone Crags. I think you can still just drop a voodoo doll in there, it'll still work. And then I'd want to start from either the far left or far right side for Wall of Flesh regardless. And then I'll want to be back to the Crimstone Crags multiple times during hard mode. Potentially again during Post Moon Lord, I don't remember. So overall it makes sense to make a pylon out there, rather than worrying about making a elevator, provided I manage to set it up easier than setting up a elevator. Which, provided I don't once again screw up getting to the crags and then manage to actually build a house there, then it'll certainly, well, on this attempt, then it'll certainly have made more sense. Afterwards, it starts to become more and more questionable as to whether or not it was worthwhile making the pylon over just making a elevator. I think even on, like, 5 attempts or something like that, it would still be probably better. Just for the sheer fact that you don't have to run the Brimstone Crags anymore or anything. So it could have potentially made more sense to have made it later, dependent on how much challenge I run into while setting it up. Because I don't really remember just how difficult the enemies of the Brimstone Crags are. Please don't say that the crags generated on the right side. because I think that might be what I'm dealing with right now, with the fact that the forest equivalent generated. Oh, that's some frames. Well, if nothing else, I found the lab. Seriously? Did I just... Bruh. I tried to throw the fist at it and instead reused my summon. If I open that up like that, will the lava flow in and drain out? No. Okay. Okay, that's a turret right in the entrance. How much damage does it do? Oh, it's a flamethrower! What? I'm so cooked. I need to... Screw it. I'm tearing this place apart so I can get out. Even though I don't like breaking the labs because I think they look cool. I need to go around the turrets. Because the turrets do copious amounts of damage for this stage in the game anyways. I did not realize I was standing on health stone. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'll go back there later, because I'm now pretty sure that the Brimstone Crags are on the right side, which I suppose would make sense that it's still... that the spawning behavior is that it spawns below the abyss by default, even outside of Infernum. It is something that does kind of make sense. But still, I need to go all the way back down again. Even if I had a elevator, that would not be an easy trick. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a fast trick, anyways. Though it would be completely mindless, though, so I could actually just sit here and look at chat on the off chance somebody sends something. I guess on some days I actually do have pretty active chats, so I suppose it's less of an on the off chance and more of a in case things start picking up. I really wish there was a way to make going down this more interesting, so that it isn't literally just the same thing for the third time in a row. But I can't think of any way to make it more interesting than just kind of continuing to talk. So you've at least got something going on. As well as for people such as Sherox, who is at least semi-frequently here. That like people enjoy to just sit and listen, which is what I do a lot of the time. I'll open a stream and then I'll mostly just listen to it rather than actually watch it. But it remains entertaining. Having something good to listen to is very nice. Also, what the heck dropped that many different coins? I don't think I've ever seen something like that happen. Oh, yeah, I need to go through the water. I really don't know why I went partway into the water. Ooh, depth meter. Oh, I already have a depth meter. Dang it. I honestly wonder if it would have been worth my while to continue my dig from here, because this is deeper than the deepest I had been over here. So I could have... Oh, plus I had thought that the crags were over there, so if I If the crags were over there, I would have ended up directly at the crags. Is that a bone sword? Yes, it is. Which I think is not buffed in this version. But I did get a cool buff in 1.4.5. Making it actually a pretty solid option. Alright, let's hope that going this way doesn't suck. Like, I mean, things can only suck so bad when you have double jump and rocket, or triple jump and rocket boots. Yes, worm fella, I am aware of the Hellstone. It is, kind of the only thing that spawns out here. Dang it, I was really hoping I'd fall through the door before I fell in the lava. I really don't know why I avoid breaking things as much as I do. Because it would really make it a lot easier going through these if I just broke through the walls. Sometimes, anyways. Other times you get things where the wall's missing here and it's just doors all the way through. Well, almost all the way through. Oh, I really thought that was a door. I don't know why. Oh wait, I get to jump through the roof here. Okay. Huge. I managed to just scrape across the lava and not actually fall in it. And I think I'm outside of where the buildings are going to generate. Oh, no, not quite. Okay. That world gen just looked a lot like the buildings were going to stop generating. Because I know they stop generating a little bit before the biome change on either side. At least I'm pretty sure they do. Then again, I can't say I keep track. Though I have to be getting somewhat close to the crags, regardless of whether or not the whole world gen preventing buildings for a little bit thing. Okay, yeah, it definitely does. I should have seen a building by now if it was going to continue generating buildings. Okay, this is my cue to leave. One of basically every underworld enemy spawning all in one spot. No thanks. Alright, yep, here I am. I'm in the crags. And I'm immediately going to die. Yep. Of course I immediately... like, almost literally every single large pool of lava has been crossable to that point. So I just assumed, oh, I'll just jump over it. And then I realized, oh, that's a little further than I thought. Yeah. That means I have to go down again. And then I have to go across to... Screw it, yeah, I'll do it. I was trying to think as to whether or not I want to do it again right now. And I decided I will. Really annoying to have to do for the 4th time, but I'll deal with it. I think if I die trying to set up a pylon, though, I'm just gonna give up on that for now. Find something else to do. Of which that's something else we'll probably be giving Hive Mind a try or two, at the very minimum. I thought for just a second that that zombie hand statue in the water was an entity sitting in the water. What enemy I was looking at, I don't know. But I thought it was something. Hopefully this is my last descent. Because if I get the pylon set up, I don't have to go down this cave like this ever again, except for the sake of mining. But even then, if I have to mine this far down, I will probably start at the pylon and go up. Okay. Step number 1 of going back to the crags is complete. And now I have to make a probably longer journey, honestly, back across the world. Also, the fact that I keep accidentally consuming my double jump as my initial jump is not wonderful. The thing is that the thing that I want, I could even just farm imps for it, but I really don't want to, and I really want the Brimstone Crags pylon set up. So I honestly could have probably had what I'm actually after by now, if I just sat and farmed imps. Because it's not that crazy low drop rate, but it's significantly more common out of the chests and the crags, so. Yeah. No, 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 no. I can't believe I just took 3 damage ticks of lava. Honestly, I probably should have made an obsidian skin potion before I came back down. Have I happened to pick any of those up? No, I have not, but I have gotten a return potion. I'm gonna put that up here for once I get to the crags, honestly. And then I'm gonna hopefully make an obsidian skin potion, and then come back down. And that should hopefully negate a lot of the risk. Because I won't have... Does obsidian skin protect you from the lava and the brimstone crags? I honestly don't know. I hope it does. I guess ideally I don't have to test it out, but I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't, or that it does protect in the likely event that I end up falling in the lava. I'm also going to hope that I actually have the stuff to make an obsidian skin potion. Okay, I do, because I can make some obsidian. Okay. And honestly, I'm also just going to eat a pumpkin pie. Ouch! Okay. So yeah, it doesn't protect you from the effect that you get while in the lava, but it does protect you from the lava itself. So that is good. And then I'm gonna try and get rid of all the enemies around here and build something. Actually, I wonder if I could just set up this as valid housing. This is already a finished structure. well, mostly finished structure. That's the thing that can fly through walls. Where'd it go? Dude, I lost track of the friggin' eye. I seriously need my potions to come off cooldown. Please. Before something comes and kills me. My goodness. That was a lot closer than I would have liked it to be. Also, I don't know what the heck happened to the guy that went underground, but, okay, there's another one. Is it just gonna fly past? Okay, it's just gonna fly past. Awesome. If I do this, is it missing a wall? Yeah, missing a wall. If I take these, and I just smart place them everywhere that doesn't already have walls, is this now valid housing? Yes, it is. Okay, that is actually really good. I don't have to actually build a thing down here. I can just take this over. Whew. I'm gonna have to put some new lighting in here, but that is the least of my worries at the moment. Ooh, I can't break that. If I stick a bomb to the ceiling, does it blow everything up? No. Well, nothing I want it to blow up anyways. Also, how did you get in here? Ouch! I was not paying attention. Stay away from me. Ooh, I accidentally damaged that one. Which means it's gonna hang around, isn't it? Yep. Stay away from me. Very, very far away. I'm honestly managing to deal with the enemies here a lot better than I thought I'd be able to. I'm gonna set up here as if it could potentially count as housing, because blocks in the middle of the house don't disqualify it. Well, it's not saying that there's not enough space. So if I do this and I go query, it is not valid housing. I'm guessing that's because it's too small. How small can I make the room below me before it is no longer suitable housing? I really just want this star back in. I also really need the things that are flying through the walls to stop. Focus on the bed? What bed? Ouch, ouch, ouch. Because you don't need a bed for a house. True. I suppose if I did bring a bed down, I could have set my spawn down here. That would have been a good idea. You don't technically need a house, you just need otherwise largely valid criteria for housing for a spawn. No, I'm trying to get a pylon set up down here. Which requires housing. Oh, you know what? I could split this house in half vertically, and that would probably work. Assuming that I was trying to set my spawn down here is reasonable, though. Yeah, because it was already put together, and I didn't feel like doing anything else. I felt like it'd be easier to build it just set up in the structure that was already here. I didn't realize the blocks in here weren't breakable. Okay, both of these should be suitable housing, yes? Oh, I didn't completely separate it. Okay, hold on. Stay away from me! Okay, that is suitable. We are going to banish the Goblin Tinkerer to the underworld. And then I'm gonna get out of this house before everything kills me. Well, hopefully without anything killing me. Thank goodness that meteorite does that much damage. Okay. Is it nighttime? I don't know. Yes. Cool. Okay. Oh. I can still blow the cavern pylon off you, but what I need is this. And then now if you guys die, it doesn't matter, and I can just teleport back here whenever I want. I have achieved my goal. Now for exploration, because there is a weapon here that I want. Provided I get enough chest spawns for the 50% spawn odds in a chest. Because there's guaranteed at least one chest, because there's guaranteed at least one bridge, and there's always one bridge. There's always at least one chest per bridge, I think. I don't remember where at the bridge it spawns, though. I'm just gonna kind of run across the top until I notice it. Here it is. And I didn't get it. Not in this chest. This thing looks cool, though. Flamethrower? No, it is not a flamethrower. What are you? Go away. I'm trying to figure out what this does. Sprays bursts of molten pollen. Molten pollen ignores 10 points of enemy defense and inflicts searing lava. Wow. Okay, that's a good ranger weapon, methinks. If only I were playing ranger. And then I will take these because I probably need them for cool potions or something later. I have no idea what they're for. Hopefully there is at least one more chest. And hopefully it has what I'm looking for. I don't have obsidian skin on me right now. Okay, I can jump that gap. The fact that I couldn't see the other side of the gap kind of worried me a little. I guess some water fell down here? From... I don't know, honestly, because I feel like that should be below the abyss, which shouldn't have any drainage. Like, it shouldn't be draining. There's seriously only one chest in the Brimstone Crags? There cannot only be one chest in the Brimstone Crags. This cannot be the way that this goes. Please. Please tell me that when I check how these chests spawn, that it's not going to tell me, there's one. Ashen chest. Found in the Brimstone Crags, it doesn't really say. I really don't want to have to farm for this weapon. But I might have to, because unless more chests generate underground or something, that might be like the only chest that generated here. Because I didn't see any more when I was crossing the bridge, or anywhere else for that matter. So bringing a Spelunker potion with me might not have been a bad idea. Just in case I ran into such an issue as this, where it would be nice to tell if chests can spawn underground. best ideas always come after the fact. Unfortunately, it's looking like I'm gonna have to farm some imps, because I'm not seeing any other chests. Yay! My favorite pastime, farming mobs for a less than 20% drop odds item. Better than it could have been, but worse than it should have been. Ah, I forgot I can't cross that in one jump. Okay, we're good. I mean, really, worst comes to worst, I would have fallen in the lava and died, and then I respawn and teleport back. I guess I can gather up some hellstone as well, because there's a weapon that I can make out of hellstone. Plus I'll need it for the hellstone pickaxe and stuff. Ouch, I didn't realize there was a small block of lava there. I was not paying attention. Thank goodness for Vein Miner. It makes mining hellstone so much easier. Still a little bit tedious, but less than it would have been. I honestly don't remember just how much hellstone I actually need to make stuff. Because I don't need it for armor. I don't think I need it for really any accessories or anything. I honestly really don't need that much. I might literally just need it to make a weapon that I may or may not use. So I'm still experimenting with weapons that I get at this stage in the game. So far, I'm really enjoying the Meteor Fist, though. Ooh. Ouch, I didn't mean to dig down that far. And if I go underneath that lava pool, ooh, and damn, no drop. I might just be able to get the rest of the hellstone from that clump. Huh, I actually got a lot more of it than I thought. How much hellstone do I have? Where is it? I know it's somewhere in my inventory. There it is. That's probably enough. But I still need to farm imps if I want my one weapon, which I really didn't want to do. Honestly, I might just not, because 14% chance on imps, of all things, does not sound enjoyable. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this and go make my hellstone weapon. And just kind of hope that I'm not passing up on something that's actually really good. Because it very well could be. But I don't feel like finding out. I guess I'm putting both those in. I don't know why I'm rearranging them in my inventory. Then I need to... Oh, come on. I have accidentally turned on caps lock. I need obsidian, don't I? Oh, slime rain. Oh, I didn't put the hellstone in. maybe I'll actually fight King Slime finally, because I haven't actually done that yet. And I can just craft a bunch of obsidian out of stone to make the rest of my hellstone. And then that allows me to make... Oh, but the hellstone weapon isn't even... I really want to use all the weapons that it suggests could be good for stealth, and unfortunately one of them is the one that I think I'm going to have to farm for. Because for some odd reason, they have it set up so that the drop rate does increase after you defeat the Eye of Cthulhu, so that you don't... So that you're unlikely to get it too early. But they only increase it to not even quite 15% drop chance. It doesn't make any sense, and I never picked up any ashwood. Okay. For that, I'm gonna go over here and just dig down. I forgot I needed ashwood for it. Maybe, while I'm gathering up some ashwood, an imp will spawn, and it'll drop the ashen stalagmite that I'm after. Okay, for real this time, I should check out the Traveling Merchant's shop. And not forget to do it like I did the last 3 times the Traveling Merchant showed up. But I am going to continue doing what I have always done, where I finish doing what I'm doing because I really don't want to teleport back and then teleport back over here. I want to just go down and grab my ashwood and then go back up. Because it shouldn't take longer than a day cycle. And then hopefully this time I will actually remember to check the Traveling Merchant's shop when I go back up this time. Rather than getting distracted and forgetting. I wonder if I could have worked on making a molten pickaxe to be able to break down the blocks that are in the structure that I set up the Crag's pylon in. So it makes sense if a molten pickaxe could do that. It would also make sense if the molten pickaxe couldn't do that, because the infernal crags aren't really important until, like... I mean, there's good stuff for this stage in the game in there, but the stuff that you can only get there, to my knowledge, only becomes important in hard mode. That's when you need to start doing things like Brimstone Elemental and a Calamitous clone. I suppose at this point the Slime Rain might end up ending before I can spawn King Slime again. Oh, that's what I needed scales for earlier. A demon altar. Okay, yay. And in case you're wondering about how I went from King Slime to demon altar, it was because I was thinking that I probably won't be able to get it to naturally spawn on this slime rain, but I might be able to make the summon, and then I was wondering what I needed to make a demon altar, and then sure enough, I put the pieces together. Alright. Let's find some ashwood. Here we are. Now I only need 10, but I'm gonna grab a little bit more than that, just because I don't want to deal with gathering more in case I just so happen to need more for something else later. Do you mind? Damn, that does damage. Honestly, I'm gonna give Hive Mind a couple attempts today. And if I don't manage to beat him, then I will probably, in between streams, farm for the stalagmite. And then use it from there. Do I have the money to grab a life from analyzer as well? I do. That is very nice. That was a very good traveling merchant to check. Lifeform analyzer and cement mixer. Actually, I guess that can get moved around. And then I should probably figure out my pumpkin pie as well. And then I need to start getting rid of these guys. Actually, I should make the Infernal Chris, which is why I went back down to the wood in the first place. It's not bad damage. Stealth strikes engulf the dagger in flames, exploding when hitting walls and enemies. Interesting. Not a very big explosion. But it has a pretty high fire rate, so... I don't know. Not sure if this is... I don't think this is better for spamming than the fist at the moment. Which makes the fist currently my best weapon for both spamming and using stealth. As much as the time from throw to contact with something is longer with the fist. Also, having the fact that Rogue, I think, has now had 2 things that follow Cursor already, though one of them I didn't really use because it wasn't very good beyond that, is honestly kind of insane. Did that slime just not do any contact damage? Interesting. I think since I do have Catalyst, that might have... I think that might be the thing that I heard of that is Calamity based, that can have your contact damage turn off if it's like 500 damage below what it would need to be to actually damage you. Which is a pretty cool sounding feature if it isn't a thing in any of the mods I currently have installed. I'm just gonna summon King Slime and blow him up real quick manually, rather than trying to get him to passively spawn. This is annoying, because the spawn rates aren't high enough for me. Demon Altar... Do I need to make a Demon Altar at a Demon Altar? Yes, plus I don't have enough Demonite. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do Hive Mind then. Well, attempt Hive Mind. I probably won't even bother building an arena. I couldn't be bothered. I should hopefully have enough movement to deal with Hive Mind without building an arena. To my past experience of dealing with Hive Mind. Even though I think it does technically rage on the surface, I am absolutely not going underground for it. Damn, I missed. A completely still target. When I have tracking on my mouse. Honestly, I thought Hive Mind flew. Where did he go? Oh, he's down in the pit. Oh, he teleported right on top of me. Okay. I wonder if he just tries to do that normally. Yes, he does. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, as before, Hive Mind so far is a bit of a pushover. Then again, I do know that he does kind of have some phase changes along the way. 'Cause, yeah, now he flies. Okay. Oh, but so far his speed and tracking aren't nearly enough to be something to be concerned about. But I'm guessing he's probably 3-phase, like, perforators. Of course he spawned in things again, and some of them were freaking worms. Goodbye. The delete button disagrees with the existence of worms. Yeah, surprise, surprise. I didn't need all this preparation to deal with Hive Mind. Hive Mind really needs a rebalance, because it is not even close to dangerous. At the stage, you would typically fight it anyways. And there it goes. Attempt 1 on a 2-minute fight. Okay, well... that was kind of sad. Alright, well, unless the Ashen Stalagmite remains a good weapon after this point... Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, well... can't say I didn't see it coming. Hardened Honeycomb. Huh. Oh, I got a burger! Huge. I'm holding on to that for, like, much later. Then again, by the time I want to be using major improvements, I'll probably have Cinnamon Rollins, which are just better, so... can I already make... Probably not. I don't think I can make the thing as a combination of the brains. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. I don't really know what you need. I mean, I guess I could check, because it is a really good accessory. Equipment... Brain of Confusion... No. Okay. What do you need for it? Because I don't remember the name of it, so I just kind of have to scroll through this until I find it. Okay, I missed it scrolling as fast as I did, but I'm sure I'll find it. Oh, you can make the black glass band? I didn't even notice. Oh, yeah, my problem is I didn't have obsidian. Or is that... Oh, yeah, it's obsidian. Okay, yeah. That's why I didn't make it earlier. Okay, well. I have no reason to make it anymore, so I'm not going to. The fact that Rotten Brain is just generally a decent item, and then Bloody Wormtooth is just specifically for melee, is a little annoying. You would have thought they could make it something good for everybody. Okay, Amalgamated Brain. I need Souls of Night. That is why I cannot make it yet. Okay, I'm just gonna start looking stuff up and see if I can make it. Starting with the Tooth Ball. No, it is probably or not a Tooth Ball, Rot Ball. I forgot that I'm not on Crimson. But yeah, as I figured, it is probably a Hive Mind drop. The next thing is Pulsar, which I'm guessing... Okay, I just need Aerialite. Makes sense. And... Huh, apparently Sludge Splotch, of all things, remains the most viable for stealth from previous stage, because it's still recommended. And then is Hardened a drop, or... Hardened Honeycomb a drop, or... Okay, yeah, it's a drop from Queen Bee. So I'm gonna go get some Aerialite, make some new stuff, and then I'll probably call it a day. Do I know where any Aerialite is? Yes, there is some in that island. Do I have any gravitation potions? Yes, I do. Cool. Whee. I just realized that I'm in that, like, my actual character part of my character is specifically invisible when I'm upside down. What in the world causes that? The fact that the hat appears further down. What causes that? The fact that it's a different sprite. What causes that? What in the world is going on? I don't understand. I mean, whatever, it's not a game-breaking bug or anything, but it's a little weird. And I am very intrigued into why it happens. Now, I'm gonna place the assumption that those couple chunks of area light are probably not gonna be enough to make everything I need. Especially since my next armor set is probably Aerospec. Yeah, looks like it. Unless I just want a generally good armor set in the Shadow spec, it's definitely time for Aerospec. Any area light in here? No. Anything good in the chest? Also no. I'll take the bombs and the free clouds though, and the Solon statue. Because why not? I need Aerospec to make the bundle of balloons, and then because I prefer bundle over Aerospec wings personally, and then I need Aerospec to make multiple weapons, and then I might need Aerospec for more things beyond that. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I've listed everything I already can think of off the top of my head, and I can't remember if there's anything else that I need. This would honestly probably be a good thing to put in my hotbar so that I can tell how much I have. So I can decide whether or not I want to mine for more or stop mining. And I'm going to guess that the amount that I'm going to have after this cloud is going to hopefully be enough. I'd assume that over 300 should be enough for one person. Okay, serrated pulsar. And then I also want to make turbulence, which needs some sunplate. Well, there's got to be other sunplate recipes. Yeah, there is. But I think my problem is that, yeah, I don't have a sky mill, but I might be able to make one of those. You can't make a sky mill? Okay, I apparently should have picked up some sunplate while I was up there. In that case, I'm gonna make Aerospec, which also needs sunplate, and apparently I don't have any feathers. Okay, it sounds like I'm going back to the Sky Islands because I need sunplate, some feathers, and the sky mill, because the sky mill, well, yeah, because in order to make the, I think in order to make the shiny red balloons, you need sky mill. I could have sworn you could make the shiny red balloons in Calamity. They removed that recipe? I swear they removed the friggin' shiny red balloon recipe. No. Oh, I was missing a now. And you do not. You need the solidifier, which means you need to actually defeat King Slime. Okay. So that solves that problem. Honestly, I'm just gonna see what this pulsar does, and I'm gonna leave that stuff for. Ooh, for next time. That's cool. Specifically the stealth strikes that shoot the lasers. Release flying discs that fire lasers at nearby enemies. Nope, that's just the thing it does. Lasers do not directly damage enemies, but instead apply a stacking laser burn effect. Once hit by enough lasers or sufficient time has passed, laser burn will deal direct damage. The disc gains acceleration as it returns to the player. Stealth strikes toss 2 discs that can fire at multiple different targets from farther range. Huh. It also seems to have lower overall... Yeah, it throws faster if you have stealth, but it's probably overall better because you have the 2 separate things. I'm gonna get a target dummy real quick. Can you make this, or can you buy them? I wasn't sure if you can buy them, but I want a target dummy. Need some hay, so I need to talk to the merchant. Because I can't remember if the merchant just sells target dummies or not. Yeah, no, he doesn't. So I need to do this, and then I can gather up some hay. Because I think it's about time I get a target dummy to start testing weapons on. And then I put all of this in here. Target dummy. I can even compare damage with the other things I have. So I just put this down. I'm gonna put it on the roof. And then I go like that. Oh, they don't target it. Okay, hold on. If I break it and turn it into a super dummy, which actually is an entity, will they shoot at it? Yes, they will. Very nice. Okay, that does some pretty solid damage. I'm not sure if it's the best damage I have right now, but... Oh, this pierces! Okay, that's why it's so good at spam. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm honestly not certain if this is my best weapon right now for stealth or not. Because Meteor Fist might be better, but Meteor Fist also might just be better because it has a better reforge? I'm not sure. Either way, today's been a pretty good run. But I think I'm gonna call it here. Hopefully we continue with making good progress next time. I may or may not farm for the stalagmite between streams, and I may or may not finish the grind for between stages, because I know that that's not always the most interesting thing. But I'm not sure yet. As I mentioned, closer to the start of the stream, I do have channel points now, so if you have any suggestions for what I should make redeemable for channel points, let me know. Plus, I have access to, I think it's 5 emote slots. I currently have some ideas that I'm probably going to use, but I am definitely open to suggestions. I'm specifically looking for things that I can make as custom channel art, essentially, rather than just random emotes that you find on the internet that I could reuse for my own channel. But yeah, today has been fun. Much good progress. I hope you guys had a fun time watching me. I know I had a fun time playing. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.